Hi guys, welcome back to SRE. I quit doing engine build videos because you guys have seen a bunch of the stuff that I do. You know how I do most of the stuff and whatnot. But a few people have been asking to see how I do my 32 transfer windows when because everyone I don't know if everyone knows this, but anyone who builds the G320 cylinder and maps the port timing knows that it has staggered port timing on the transfers. It has transfer staggered timings. In other words, one transfer opens earlier than the secondary, So anyway, this is how they look stock. And you can see that the secondary transfer is considerably higher than the primary. It's larger also, but it's considerably higher, okay? Which changes blowdown, right? Or affects blowdown. It's kind of blowdown is the distance from when the exhaust opens to the first transfer opens. So this is the stock way they look stock. I'll let you get a good look in there. So that's really a stock setup. Yeah, I've started a little on them, but basically that's stock, okay? So that's a stock exhaust. Everybody's seen a million of them. Well, we won't get into the intake, but so there is a roughed out start to the transfers, and you can see that you're starting to work towards changing the blowdown or the height of the transfers. Most of the work happens, of course, on the lower side of the transfer, because if you put a bigger stroke in, you can make the window larger. Also, where you want the charge to point, you want the charge you want the charge in a cylinder from a transfer. You want it when it exits this transfer. You want it to hit right there above the intake. Okay? That's what you want. Now on this transfer, you see they just let it flow out like that. Well, you should put a lip there. You see how mine catches there? There should be a lip there. I don't really want to get into, or I don't know if you guys want to know why, but you do. Now, I usually drop this side down on this because of, if you've looked in my videos, this is very restrictive when you ramp your transfers. You can't even put a 2 mil Allen in between here and the case once it's together. So, very big restriction. Now, intake, you can kind of see the shape I'm starting to go for there. But take note of what's going on with those transfers. I'm not going to give everything. No one gave me everything. So, but I just wanted to give you guys a God's honest look at a roughed out deal. You can see how much different, the exit is on that primary and now on my primary. You see that? A big difference. So take that into consideration, you home porters out there. And if you have questions, dude, I won't lie to you. I will tell you the God's honest truth if you contact me. So my email is srecustoms@gmail.com. Hit me up, man. I'm available. Also, I wanted to show you, I'm making some changes on the hybrid, DBXL hybrid twin. As you can see, I run I run very short rear shocks to keep these dog bones straight. Okay, the more pitch you put in those drive shafts, the more wear there's going to be on the pins and the cups. And if there's more wear, there's more drag. Right, exactly. So this is how I designed my own braces for the hybrid deal. This is a DBXL front half. It's a Baja back half. I'm doing some work on it right now. I got it making some updates. If you want to see it run, you can see it on my channel. You can kind of see how I've got the steering hooked up. It steers on a freaking dime. This thing is incredible. Definitely in these pipes, I don't care if we didn't make them. These pipes right here, effing work. Period. This motor makes more power off the pipe than most twins I see of this size, now 65 cc's or less, make when they're on the pipe. So there's just no downside with these pipes. We really don't. I'm not in business anymore per se. You know, I never was. I did it for fun. And some people got pissy and whiny. One in particular, he bought a bunch of engines from me. He fucking loved them. He had to have them. He was like a crackhead. And then he said one of them had a bad carburetor. So he told me to keep the carburetor or send him a new carburetor. I told him I wasn't going to send him a new carburetor. There was nothing wrong with the carburetor. So he said, I got pissed off and said, well, keep it. Well, so I kept the fucker. And now my buddy Vance runs it on his. So, another update. I finally got the lipo for the Nitrous Vetka. So this baby is a reality. We will be doing testing next week at Vance's fifth scale ripper. For those of you who don't know who Vance is, he's the other half of SRE. There is another person who's involved in SRE and has been from the very start. KGM 5512. He's an extremely smart guy. He helps me with the electronic stuff. Very, very smart. And Vance he's an idea man. The guy can come up with anything. If you got a problem, the dude can solve it. So anyway, I wanted to thank Kyle for helping me on the phone about what I can do and what I can't do with a lipo to run the nitrous system on that. I'm not going to make any more run videos with this right now. You guys don't seem to be too thrilled in watching it. You give me feedback, but I will tell you that It turns more RPM than any twin I've ever heard of. So if you want to know what that number is, I won't put it out because people will just tell me that I'm lying. I've done it with a trail tachometer. I've done it with telemetry. I've done it with everything. And everything is within 25 RPM. So, but let me tell you something. It turns more than anything I've ever even heard of. So keep that in mind. It's pulling currently. The gear I like to run on it is a 28 pinion. Seems to really love that with this little tire. When I ran the Genesis paddles, I went to a 25 pinion. And I had the wheelie bar too low, so it was a lot of drag. So I picked that back up. I am open for suggestions. If you guys think I should raise the back of this up a little more, you know, let me know what you guys think. If you think it won't hurt drag, you know, because I like my stuff to turn, you know, like butter, you know. So please hit me up. Any suggestions? I don't care if you don't like what I'm doing, you like what I'm doing. Hit me up, man. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. All right. Thank you so much, guys. This is SRE. I just wanted to put out something kind of more in depth. Show you a little porting. I haven't been showing that a lot lately. But that's really my love of fifth scales. I love porting. I love pushing things to the envelope, like this engine right here. You know, it was a 58cc stock. It was an RCMK engine. It was not an OBR modified engine. I picked it up used. It was destroyed. It ran horrible. The crank bearing was bad. The bores were ruined. It was basically junk. But I took it and put a plus 4mm long rod deal in it, crank in it. I changed to the cylinders that I prefer to run, and they are not Zenoa, and they are not Roven. They're not King Motor. So I'll let you know that if somebody really wants to know. Hit me up in the comments. All right, I guess that's it. Enough bullshit. Peace.